Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm AD5GTT, your go-to for gaming, tech, tips and tricks, or anything you need on DC Dark Legion. What's up guys? How you all doing? Hope you've been well. I'm hoping if you're on one of the newer servers and you've been summoning for Joker, hope you've managed to pull him. I haven't pulled him for him yet, because I am still going for Superman, because if you know me, I love Superman. Sorry guys. So, in today's video, this one's going to be kind of weird. This one's going to be a little bit of a strange video, because I don't know if I'm the first one to figure this out, but I haven't seen anyone do this yet. So, this could be interesting. So, as you can see right here, I'm on Nightwing already. Now, why am I on Nightwing? Because as you can see, you can't see anything about it. You can't see his max power. You can't see, you can see what synergies he's got, but you can't see a lot about him. You don't know if he's got a legacy piece. You just, he hasn't been released yet. He hasn't been released yet, so you can't see anything about it. Now, obviously, because I'm on one of the newer servers, I'm on one of the newer servers. If I click on Joker, who I also haven't got, he also doesn't come up. But that's because I haven't got him. However, if you were to get Joker, you know that you unlock all this stuff about his stats and everything. So, there's nothing to worry about him. So if I also head up to my Superman, apparently I've got Nightwing. I think that's a bit broken. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, no, if I was head up to my Superman right now, you know what you can always see. Here he is. My game's being very laggy today. So, you can see all of his stats. Now, I'm pretty sure there should be a way to make it so I can see his maximum stats. But I can't remember how to do that. So, instead of this, I'm going to be showing you something that I found out. Now, I only made a video on this today because I only found out today. Because, as much as I'm on one of the newer servers, I should have progressed way further than what I have. But, I've been progressing kind of slowly. So, I've reached level 100 today. Now, obviously I've reached a lot further than that, but that's all just because I actually decided to, try and grind today. So, we've reached level 145. So, if I click on this right here, once you reach level 100, you unlock this new thing at the bottom. And this, I'm pretty sure, I haven't really tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure you have to use certain characters from a class and use them in these battles. So anything that's, whatever these are, anything that's meta-human energy wielder, you have to split them off, basically. I'm pretty sure anyway. However, if I click on this button right here, you can see that you've got all these unlocked characters. Well, locked characters. You can see all mine and what level they are. So, if I go and click on Harley Quinn, you'll see that it's no different to what it was before. So, after it loads, because my game's so slow, you will see that, as you can see there, still level 155, still just telling me everything that's usual, right? There's nothing weird about that. But, if I now click on Nightwing, you can see him maxed. Now, I don't know if this is a glitch, or if this is how it's meant to be, but I haven't seen anyone make a video on this yet. So, in today's video, we're going to be going through these unreleased characters. Now, I could do every single one of them. However, most of these characters that I haven't unlocked are just normal characters that are in the game, or they've been released on an older server. Now, I have got a question for you guys. Now, this is very important. Would you like for me to make a video or no, sorry, not a video. Would you like for me to make a new account on one of the old servers? So if a new character comes out, I can try and get them and try and show them off. Now, the issue with that is I'm probably not going to be able to get every character. And I'm also probably not going to be able to get them all to max. Like, I'm probably not going to get anywhere near maxed. But I can create a video showing off the new characters, because I should be able to get at least maybe one copy of each character. Maybe. So if you want to see me do that, like if you want to see me create a new account, like, oh, this will still be my main account, don't get me wrong, like I'm still going to be playing on my new server, but if you want to see me create an account on the older servers to try and showcase some of these characters, then leave me a comment and tell me to do that, because I don't mind doing that. Like, because on this account I can't really show off the characters, because, you know, people who are playing on the older servers, they can show off all the newer characters. So for me to stay competitive and like for me to like be able to keep up videos with them, I'd have to do that. So if that's content you guys want to see, drop me a comment. If not, then we don't have to worry about it. But I'm happy to do it if you want to see that content. So just let me know. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is we're going to be checking out 3 different characters' kits. We're going to check out Hawkgirl's. We're going to check out Martian Man's. Now, I can't wait for Martian Man. And we're going to be checking out Nightwing. Now, I know a lot of people are so hyped for Nightwing. And let me tell you that Martian Man and Nightwing's kits, they look kind of crazy. Hawkgirl, she looks okay, but we'll go into her right now. So, if I click on Hawkgirl, I do think that they've got a little bit of a kit wrong, because I've checked out some of the things and some of them just don't really make sense to me. However, that just might be my interpreting of her stats or her kit. So yeah, she's a bit strange though. Like, she looks okay. You know, she's got 426,279 max power. That's standard, nothing wrong about that. You know, you can already see her synergies, but her synergies are amazing. Birds of Prey, an okay team. Justice League, a very, very, very good team. You know, the team that I'm really focusing on right now. And was that like a weapon master? I don't know, but that's her synergies. But she's got no legacy piece, so there's nothing to worry about there. But let's check out her kit. So she's got Dive Bomb as her first skill, which is her ultimate skill. So she lifts an enemy into the air and slams them to the ground, dealing AoE physical damage to 692% of her attack, and additional physical damage equal to 14% of lost HP, up to additional 8 damage. Hawkgirl cannot be selected as a target while casting this skill. It's quite hard to explain. I've already been through this, so I think I know what it means. So, she's doing 692% of attack. That's just standard. Now, do I know what her attack is? Absolutely not, because I can't seem to find it in this. But, depending on what her attack is, that could be an amazing skill, or it could be an absolutely terrible skill. But, I'd imagine it'll be okay. Now, it is AoE, which is very good. Like, AoE means it'll attack all of the different characters on their side of the field. So, depending on where she drops them, will depend on how good it is. But I'd imagine that if you're playing her in the front, because that's what I imagine she'll be, because she's a warrior, she'll run into battle, she'll use her ultimate, she'll pick them up, she'll slam it into the ground, and it should do, I'd imagine it'll probably, let's say you pick up the starting, like the one that's closest to you, so you're playing her on the left, she'll go up, she'll pick that character up, and I think the middle and the left back, I think they'll be the ones that take damage. But I could be wrong about that. Anyway, so she's doing that percentage of attack. She then gets the additional percentage of attack of 14% of her lost HP. So if she does this when she's lower, on HP, it'll do more damage. But up to an additional 8 damage, I don't really know how strong it's going to be. Because I understand the percentage of attack, but I don't really understand what the 8 damage is. But I think that's okay. I don't think it's going to be like game breaking, but I think she's okay. Now, this one, I also don't think is amazing, but it definitely is going to help her with her skill set and maybe help her team out. Now, what she does is she flaps her wings to bring the enemies closer to her and then does the damage of 264%. Now, one thing I did realise looking at her kit is these percentages are very low, which means her attack either has to be really high or I just don't think she'll be that good. But I reckon she'll be mainly used to like support your team, if you get what I mean. Like, I think she'll mainly be a support character because I think she'll do okay damage, but I just don't think that the damage is high enough to be like your main carries, like your Jokers, like your Sinestros, like your Constantine, people like that. So I think she'll be okay. I think she'll definitely be usable, especially in the Justice League team. I think that might be her best team. Because I'm not a big fan of the Birds of Prey at the minute. I think they're still going to need a lot of help, but maybe I'm wrong. So, her third skill, this is one of my favourite skills about her, for sure. So, 100% of attack. So, again, very low percentages when we're talking about, like, people like warriors. But she does this within a fan-shaped area in front of her. So she's going to hit a bunch of different characters with this, which is fine. But the characters that she does hit reduces their physical defense by 10% for 150 seconds. So that's a very, very nice debuff. Now, is this going to be stackable? I don't think it will, which is the only downside to this skill. If it was stackable, or if it is stackable, I think this will be your best skill. But yeah, that's the only downside I really have for this. Because this isn't really going to be an attacking skill, this is going to be a support thing. So this is why I think she'll be a good support character. Now, this last skill, please drop me a comment if you understand what this means, because I really don't understand what it means. So, she converts 25% of damage dealt into her HP. That's fine, I understand that. So, any damage that she does, 25 of that goes back into her HP. At the start of the battle, this effect is increased by 2,000%. Now, you can already tell this is the highest percentage on her entire kit. So if it is increasing it by 2,000%, then it's going to be good. Now, that bit I sort of understand. So it should be 2,000% of the HP. Not the 25%. But that seemed very high. But it's increased by 2,000% for every 728 Birds of Prey allies present. Now, what does that mean? I have no idea. Like, I've got no idea. My only guess, now this is a very, very far guess, is that it's meant to mean at the start of the battle, this effect is increased by 728% up to 2,000% for every ally present. But even then, I don't even think that makes sense. So I have no idea what this last skill does. So I'm just going to have to wait until she's out. Now, if you want me to get this character, to showcase it, like I said, drop me a comment, I'll go and do that. But I don't know what she does, if I'm being honest. I really don't understand her kit. So, next up, we're going to be talking about my favourite character that's coming into the game. And that is Martian Manhunter. I can't wait for this guy. This guy, I really don't know if he's going to be better than Nightwing, but there's definitely a chance that he could be. Like, these two next characters, I do think they're going to be minimum A tier, but I think at least one of them has to be S tier. Now, I'm not really sure what's going on here, guys. Hopefully it's still showing me the stats. There we go. So, he's a Justice League, and he's a metahuman, so nowhere near as many synergies as Hawkgirl. But his kit looks amazing. So, this skill looks amazing. Now, I've got no idea how to pronounce the name, but Martian Manhunter ascends to mid-air to enter a vigilant state. Now, this bit is where it gets interesting. During which he gained super armor and 60% attack up, and firing a heat ray every 4 seconds, dealing spiritual damage equal to 640% of his attack to enemies in a circular area. The vigilant state lasts for 15 seconds. So, what does this mean? How I'm interpreting this is that he goes into air, he gains super armor, which means either he'll take very little damage or no damage at all, which is already a huge plus. He then gets 60% attack up, so that's amazing already. And he fires a heat ray every 4 seconds. This every 4 seconds is amazing, because it means, to me, that every 4 seconds that he's in this vigilant state, which lasts 15 seconds, he's going to be doing 640 spiritual damage. Which means, at a minimum, he's doing at least 3 of these, which is about 2,000 damage. That's, amazing. When you compare that to Hawkgirl, you can see why I'm saying these characters are going to be better. Now, if you think this is good, Nightwing's also yeah. But this becomes even better with his skill 2, Psychic Punch. He delivers powerful punches to an enemy, dealing spiritual damage equal to 1000%. Amazing. Again, amazing. And gaining 1 stack of Martian Valor for 1 second. Now let's talk about Martian Valor. An interval between Martian Manhunt's heat ray attacks while in his vigilant state is reduced by 2 seconds. Stackable up to 2 times. Which means that you can reduce this 4 seconds to 2 seconds. Meaning that he can get at a maximum 7 of these heat rays off, which is around almost 4,000 damage, or 4,000% of his attack. That's why I think this guy can be crazy. It'd be very, very lucky if you could get this. And, do I think it's going to be possible? Probably not. To do this, to keep making those stacks. But his damage could be, amazing. And then even these last 2 skills. When Martian Manhunter is directly attacked, he gains a 50% reduction in physical damage taken for 10 seconds. Now, this does have a cooldown of 15 seconds. However, this is the kind of stuff that Batman needs. Because when Batman's on the field for me, he takes a little bit too much damage. And, he doesn't last as long as I'd like him to sometimes. Whereas Martian Manhunter, he should last quite a while with his skill. However, this is at maximum. You got to remember this. These are all at maximum. So this is if you're a pay to win sort of. This is how high the stats are going to be. So do take that in mind. However, if you're saving up for these characters, you can still get them very close to these numbers. Which is why it's very important that you listen to my hero summoning guide. And I might have to make an updated one now I've seen all these skills, because some characters I'm saying summon for, they might now have to be skips because of how good I think these guys are going to be. But we will wait. We will wait slightly. But let's check this last skill out for him. When 2 Justice League allies are present, Martian Manhunter has a fixed chance of 100% to gain energy every time an ally casts their ultimate. What does this mean? This means that when Martian Manhunter has the allies on the field, he'll gain 25 energy. The energy means he'll get this skill off quicker, which means he'll be doing 640% damage every 4 seconds for 15 seconds. Plus, with this skill, I just think this is going to be... I do think this guy has the potential to be the best character in the game, because all of his skills complement each other so well. This guy, for me, may be the best character in the game, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But he's definitely going to be up there, so I can't wait for this character. I mean, look at the aura on this guy, man. You just know he's going to be cool. I can't wait for this guy. But I will now talk about everyone's anticipated favourite coming, Nightwing. Now, my only issue with Nightwing is that I do think that he's going to be very, very, very good in a Teen Titans team. Now, he's sort of got some stuff about the Bat Family team. However, the Bat Family for me at the minute just isn't quite there. So, how good this guy's going to be? Like, straight away, I'm not too sure. Because the only Teen Titans character in the game right now, unless the Robins are them, maybe the Robins are, but even then the Robins aren't that strong. So, I'm pretty sure the Robins actually are, aren't they? But even then, the only main one is Raven, and I'm not a big fan of Raven. And both of the other Robins aren't that strong either. But there'll be a way to get this guy in the team. And he's going to be good. So he's got his own legacy piece. So that's how you already know that this guy's going to be cold. If I can check his legacy piece out. I haven't really tried doing this yet. Okay, look, there it is. So, sorry, I need to stop. Right, so, is this damage right? Absolutely not. It can't be right. There's no way this is right. However, I do think this guy is going to be broken. Let me just make sure that is what the damage says on my screen. Yeah, so look. So, it's definitely wrong. It's definitely wrong. They obviously haven't had it in the game yet. So, this is why I'm not really sure if this is meant to be in the game or not, because I think they I don't know. It's weird. However, let's check the skills out. This skill looks incredible. Nightwing strikes an enemy target in front of him, dealing physical damage equal to 2,000% of his attack. 2,000% flat. Like, he doesn't need any of these, he doesn't need any of the lasers. He doesn't, there's no chances, of being that. Flat out, 2,000% of his attack. He also then gains a stack of 33% crit amp for every Bat Family ally present. Which is why I'm worried about him being in the Bat Family team. Because I feel that's going to be so important for his kit. But if the Bat Family can't keep up, I don't know. It's going to be tricky. Because obviously you got Batman. Now Batman's also, Batman's fine. You ain't going to have a problem with Batman. But then who else can you really put in? Maybe Batgirl? Batgirl's okay? I don't know. It's going to be tricky. Because Bat Family haven't got a healer. So you can't really run a flat out Bat Family team. But there'll be a way to get this guy on your team. Don't you worry. We'll figure out a way. So, if this attack defeats an enemy, Nightwing will then strike another enemy with the lowest HP, dealing 80% of the damage. Now, I understand that 80% looks very low. But when we're looking at, Hawkgirl, some of her attacks are only 100% damage. So the fact that he can strike someone for 2,000%, and then do 80% to a different target if he does you know, defeat them. You know this guy's going to be crazy. You know this guy's going to be crazy. Right, let's talk about his next skill. Nightwing uses acrobatic prowess to flip over an enemy, dealing physical damage to 1,438% of his attack, paralyzing them for 6 seconds. I mean, look at the percentages. Like, this is why I'm just like... I'm just not that impressed with Hawkgirl. Because you've got this guy doing 1,400%. You've got Martian Manhunter doing 1,000%. And then Hawkgirl, she's doing like 100%. You're like... I don't know what to expect with Hawkgirl. But with these two, I'm hyped. I'm so hyped. Like, so the paralyzed, it's saying here, reduces the target's attack by 10%. Now, if that's all it does, then it's still not bad. It's still really not that bad. But if it means that they can't move, which is paralyzed like usually, if they can't move for 6 seconds, best character in the game. He has to be best character in the game. Because I just think the damage is there. I just think, you know, I think this guy's just going to be like a god. I do think this guy's going to be a god. Now, if there is that he makes it so he can't move for 6 seconds, he's literally just going to be like another Superman. But I think this guy's going to be better than Superman. It's just about the team. The team is the only thing that worries me about this guy. Third skill. Upon each attack, Nightwing gains 1 stack of 90% crit rate up for 5 seconds. Stackable up to 3 times. This is why I just think this guy's going to go crazy. Because currently, Superman doesn't have any crit rate. Like, he just doesn't have crit rate, so he cannot crit. This guy is built on crit. Now, I do think it's a glitch with Superman, because his legacy piece has crit, his upgrades have crit, but then he can't crit. So, I do think there might be a bug with Superman. But this Nightwing having all crit, like his whole kit being on crit, means that if this guy's going to be an absolute crit machine, and the fact that he's doing these percentages of damage, I think it's going to be so hard to beat this guy in terms of just damage. Now, I don't know how well he'll survive. There's another thing. But it's Nightwing. The guy's an agility guard. If they make it so he gets a good percentage of dodge, best character in the game. He just has to be. Like, him, Superman, Martian Manhunter, just... like, yeah. This game's going to go crazy when these guys come out. Final skill. Whenever Nightwing's basic attack deals crit damage, he deals an additional physical damage of 1,525% of his attack to an enemy. This attack has a fixed 100% to inflict 1 stack of paralysis. So, you're telling me, right, that he's going to gain a stack of crit rate up every time he attacks. He's going to gain a stack of crit amp up for every Bat Family ally. And he's doing this amount of damage. Now, I'm guaranteeing you that his legacy piece also will have crit on it. I can just guarantee it will. And if it does, and this guy, you're getting his crit rate up. Like, if you unlock this guy and you get him up, when you're using your AC/DC shards, focus on the crit rate. Please just focus on his crits. Because obviously you're going to want these skills up too. Like get the skills up first, obviously. But then after that, focus on his crit rate, because every time this guy's critting, he's doing an extra 1,500% of his damage. Best character in the game? I think maybe. I really think maybe. He just looks... His kit just looks incredible. So, I think Martian Manhunter is going to be an S to A, but I really think he'll be an S. I just think he'll be an S. I think his stats just look that good. Well, not his stats, but I think his things just look that good. I think Nightwing's going to be maybe a better Superman. Just maybe. Now, it all just depends on their base attack as well. So that's one thing I can't check. So if they've got like really low base attack, then maybe they won't be, but I just think their kits look amazing. And then Hawkgirl, I just don't know where I stand on her right now. Like, her percentages are just that low, but maybe she's just meant to be that sort of supporting role. But yeah, I'm not too sure. However, if you use Hawkgirl, she also gets a link to both Martian Manhunter and Nightwing, because Nightwing is a weapon master. So she might be worth getting, but I am going to wait and see how good she is. Now, if you want me to make a video on how good she is, leave me a comment, say, create the other account, or just say anything about making a new account on this other server. Say, like, I want to see a Hawkgirl, like, review, or I want to see a Martian Man review when he comes out. Because if I do make an account, I'll be able to make this video sooner for you. So yeah, that's me done for today, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed. You know, comment down below who you're most looking forward to. As you heard me say, I can't wait for Martian Manhunter. However, Nightwing also looks hella broken. So yeah, I just can't wait. Now, obviously, you know, I'm on the older servers, so I've got a long time to wait. However, anyone on the newer servers, get ready. Just get ready, because you're gonna need shards for these characters. Because I just know how good they're gonna be. Well, I'm hoping that they're gonna be as good as what I think they're gonna be. But yeah, hope you've all enjoyed. If you can, please like and subscribe. You know, it really helps my channel out. It helps more people see the video. And yeah, I don't really know much else to say. So if you haven't checked out any of my other videos, go ahead and check some out. However, this is probably the most important one, because this is like, I think it might be exclusive to my channel, because I haven't seen anyone else make a video on this. So if you can, just leave a like, subscribe, share it with any of your friends that play the game. And yeah, that is me done now. So hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.